Is your kid's birthday coming up? Don't stress the prep. The Party Shop at Michael's is your one-stop shop for everything from Bluey to rodeo. Transform your space into a birthday wonderland with dream-worthy tablescapes and decor starting at 99 cents. Plus, get free helium inflation on select balloon styles. Whether you're crafting a one-of-a-kind bash or grabbing the essentials, Michael's has everything to make their big day legendary. Shop now and order ahead for delivery or in-store pickup. Michael's, everything to celebrate anything.
A BetterHelp ad. Hold on. 1 second. I just need to... What if you had a room where no one interrupts? No notifications, no expectations, just space to talk. With BetterHelp, therapy happens in a space that's yours. Visit betterhelp.com/randompodcast for 10% off your first month of online therapy.
On today's Smart 7, US and Iran launch fresh strikes as peace deal stalls, Sturgeon in the spotlight over SNP scandal, and much more. It's Monday, 1st of June, it's Go Barefoot Day, and happy birthday, Brian Cox.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Last Monday saw the former CEO of the Scottish National Party, Peter Murrell, admit to embezzling more than £400,000 from his organisation. He's due to be sentenced in June, but his guilty plea hasn't ended media interest in the story, with his former wife and former Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon in the spotlight. She maintains that she was completely cleared by the police and not aware that her then-husband had bought a motorhome, watches and jewellery with the funds. She spoke to the BBC on Sunday.
He perpetrated a crime on the SNP. He misled, he deceived. He's serving and will be serving a sentence for a crime he committed. I'm out here feeling as if I'm serving a sentence for a crime I did not commit.
Labour's Work and Pensions Secretary Pat McFadden is one of those calling for a more detailed inquiry into the SNP and their finances.
The SNP have been the dominant force in Scottish politics for 20 years. When these scandals hit, and the SNP is not the only party to be hit by scandal, I should make that clear, the only way through it is full transparency.
The weekend saw no further progress towards a resolution of the standoff in the Middle East between America and Iran. America once again launched strikes on Iranian missile launchers, while Kuwait's air defences reported a drone and missile attack from Iran on Monday morning. President Donald Trump spent 2 hours on Friday reviewing the latest peace proposals and appears to have sent back new demands to toughen up the agreement, but it's not clear what that will mean in practical terms. Meanwhile, he was back on Fox News being interviewed by daughter-in-law Lara Trump and reciting his familiar lines about the state of Iran's military while also complaining about the US media.
Iran is in a very bad position. They have no military, all they have is good talk, and they have a fake press. We wipe out their military. The New York Times would say, Iran has defeated the United States of America. You have a big win in a battle, and they say you lost.
While the world waits for news on the Strait of Hormuz, Israel has continued to push troops further into Gaza and into Lebanon despite ceasefires theoretically in place across both territories. The weekend saw Israeli forces capture Beaufort Castle, a largely symbolic location, but also the furthest inside Lebanon Israeli forces have been since the year 2000. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says his forces are not finished yet.
My instruction is to deepen and expand our hold on areas that were under Hezbollah's control. We are initiating action. We are operating on all fronts. It will take time, but we will complete the mission.
The Tory party may have turned their backs on net zero, but they are at least making an effort to keep up with their recycling. This weekend saw Tory Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philps float an idea last proposed by Ian Duncan Smith in 2014. That's the notion of providing restricted payment cards for those on benefits who have criminal convictions. The recycled proposal would see ration cards which wouldn't allow purchases like alcohol or gambling, with Philps describing it as immoral that those with criminal records be allowed to spend freely.
Where the recipients are criminals, I think it is reasonable to restrict what they can spend that money on. And I don't think taxpayers' money should be spent by criminals on booze and gambling.
The government's consultation on a social media ban for teens closed last week, and Prime Minister Keir Starmer has promised that the government will take swift action once the submissions have been analysed. There were more than 81,000 responses, but Scotland's Children's Commissioner Nicola Killian has already warned that she doesn't think a ban will keep children safer online. Children's Commissioner for England, Rachel de Souza, says that the social media companies need to be made responsible for the content that they publish on their platforms. And from the research she has done, she says it's more important that a safer environment is created for kids rather than a straightforward ban.
I talk to X all the time, and I say to them, you do not deserve to have our children on there unless you take all this hardcore porn off, but I wouldn't talk about banning children because they've done nothing wrong.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Arsenal miss out on Champions League glory and why Paul McCartney just won't quit. Right after this.
Is your kid's birthday coming up? Don't stress the prep. The Party Shop at Michael's is your one-stop shop for everything from Bluey to rodeo. Transform your space into a birthday wonderland with dream-worthy tablescapes and decor starting at 99 cents. Plus, get free helium inflation on select balloon styles. Whether you're crafting a one-of-a-kind bash or grabbing the essentials, Michael's has everything to make their big day legendary. Shop now and order ahead for delivery or in-store pickup. Michael's, everything to celebrate anything.
The to-do list doesn't stop, and neither does the pressure to keep up with it. If you've been running on fumes, Grow Therapy makes it easier to find care that's covered by insurance and actually built around you. Whether it's your first time in therapy or your 50th, Grow makes it easier to find a therapist who fits you, not the other way around. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. And if something comes up, you can cancel up to 24 hours in advance at no cost. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Grow accepts over 100 insurance plans. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/ACAST today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/ACAST. growtherapy.com/ACAST. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Welcome back. Saturday night saw Arsenal face off against PSG in Budapest in the Champions League final. Mikel Arteta's men took an early lead, but a penalty saw the French side equalise, with the game ultimately going to extra time and then a penalty shootout. Arsenal lost 4-3 on penalties after a heartbreaking miss, and the French side went on to retain the Champions League title. The victory led to riots in Paris with over 700 arrested, while Arsenal held a more peaceful Premier League victory parade in London on Sunday. Manager Mikel Arteta said the loss was painful, but the experience will be invaluable.
Now I think it's pain. We have to feel it. We need to go through that, and at some point we're going to have to try to turn that fuel into fuel to improve and reach another level.
Paul McCartney may be 83 years old, but he's certainly keeping busy. He's got a new album just about to drop called The Boys of Dungeon Lane that's been getting rave reviews, and he's been on a whirlwind of TV and media appearances. From helping Stephen Colbert close down The Late Show to appearing on SNL and even joining Amelia Dimoldenberg on a chicken shop date, he's been having a great time. He spoke to the Today Show about life and his never-ending love for music.
It's just something I love. I can't believe I do it professionally. You know, if I have a spare minute and there's a guitar around, I probably would just enjoy. It's like, oh, wow, and you've amazed yourself.
There's a new thriller on the way from A24 called Primetime that takes a deep dive into a peculiar TV moment. It's focused on CBS's Dateline show, which during a 3-year period in the early 2000s ran a segment called To Catch a Predator. It saw show host Chris Hansen pose as underage children in a bid to catch would-be pedophiles. The show exposed dozens of men with covert filming, but was eventually cancelled after it led to a high-profile suicide. The movie looks set to raise moral and ethical questions and stars Robert Pattinson as Hansen.
You watch television? Well, there's something you should know. I'm Chris Hansen.
Let's catch us a predator!
With Dateline NBC. And you're about to be a part of television history.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Is your kid's birthday coming up? Don't stress the prep. The Party Shop at Michael's is your one-stop shop for everything from Bluey to rodeo. Transform your space into a birthday wonderland with dream-worthy tablescapes and decor starting at 99 cents. Plus, get free helium inflation on select balloon styles. Whether you're crafting a one-of-a-kind bash or grabbing the essentials, Michael's has everything to make their big day legendary. Shop now and order ahead for delivery or in-store pickup. Michael's, everything to celebrate anything.
With Share My Trip from Uber, you can send your live trip location to the ones who matter most. Like Dan and Hannah, who always wait up to make sure their daughter gets back to her college dorm room. Or Tiffany, who's running late as usual, and her friends are tracking her trip to make sure she's actually on her way.
Look, she's right there. She's 3 minutes away.
Or Sam, who never goes anywhere without her roommate knowing exactly where she is. Some journeys are meant to be shared. Share your ride in real time with Share My Trip on Uber. One more way Uber is putting safety at every turn. Learn more on the Uber app.